こんにちは。松はいつも一人の松です。バイオミュータント続きをプレイしていきたいなと思います。まずですね、皆さんにちょっとお話ししなければいけないことがあるんですけれども、トライブをね占拠しなければならないっていうところをやってたんですけど、ミッションを進めていくと、トライブを、全て占拠したんですよ。で、内容の方がね結構酷似するというかね、ストーリー的にも同じようなことが多かったので、トライブ占拠した後のなので、そちらの方はちょっと今回カットさせていただきまして、占拠した後の、続きという形になります。で、現時点でですね、武器の方がちょっと増えてます。このヌンチャク、この武器が増えたのと、この辺の武器も増えたかな。ちょっと手裏剣とかが増えたりとか、いろいろしてるって感じかな。あとはショットガンとかって感じですかね。はい。で、今回はアウトオブデートのところに行ってくれっちゅうことなんで、早速行こうかなと思います。
You don't get to wander below ground like this every day.
いや、アウトオブデートのとこ来るの久しぶりやな。てかね、トライブ選挙がね、大変やった。もう本当に敵は強えし、なかなか進まねえしで。おいざ。
Wherefore, where?
Out of date says there'll be consequences of the war, but there are more pressing matters at hand.
Yalawa what now?
The last World Eater has been left undisturbed with the tree while you focused on the war.
Atu wamawa.
He thought someone with your light perspective and key would have had different priorities and faced the World Eaters before resolving the tribe war.
Yavofo lolan wofo.
Regardless, Out of Date is grateful the tribe
ト
war
ライ
is
ブ戦争
over.
終わらしたからね。
Out of Date understands the road has been rough, but you already know what's left to end this journey, and it'll be tough.
Koyetu kowe boy.
You're the only one that's strong enough to face the last World Eater.
Nuekek ujbar no barke.
The future depends on someone with a light perspective to give the world a chance to survive.
Mayani.
Only time will tell what the future holds, and if it will bring a lasting peace for those that make it
平和は
to
訪
the
れるよ。
end.
Farfarifto. Tuka kubu.
Out of Date says the word about what you've done so far is spreading. The tribes haven't lost hope yet.
Yowotulua.
He appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately, he's had
Using Wiz.
urgent news from his friend Wiz in the northwest.
Weta gono.
He's unsure about your intentions, but hopes you'll support Wiz.
Bubuko von Vunvun.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Wiz and making
ウ
sure
ィズを
he
見つ
gets
けて
what
は
he
彼を
needs is
どう
up
手
to
助けす
you.
るから君にかかっている。
That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's hunch is real.
Mark
The
Puff.
Merc Puff is up next.
Bubuko von Vunvun.
Out of Date says that Wiz is worried now that the Northwest World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Ye mufurbo. Bumu.
He explains that Wiz is working on an undersurf vessel in order to
潜水
get
可
to the
能な乗り
World
物の
Eater,
制作。
but needs help to get it done.
それは欲しいね。なんでもやウィズ。もうめっちゃ近くやん、パフの。
Vunko vunturbo.
Out of Date suggests that you should head northwest as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Loma tuaha.
He's happy to help.
オッケー。もう出発するよ。
Ya.
See you じゃあね。
Understands you have other places you need to go.
はい。行こうか。なんでもやウィズのところに行って潜水可能なものを制作するのを手伝えということですね。でもすぐ着くやろ。やっと着いた。遠いよ。ウィズ 初めましてだけど。
The Surge Surf Factory. Keep your eye out for Wiz
サ
while
ージ
you're
サー
here.
フ工場。
Let's see.
ここだね。お邪魔します。あ、掲示板。
Look at the notices on that board. No one paid much attention to them, it looks like. Wiz should be around here somewhere, probably taking
多分
care
グ
of
ッ
his
ポの世話を
guppos.
している。
A surge surf factory was one of the cleaner ways
な
to
ぜ
make
稼働しな
power.
くなった？
The thicker the surf became with goo,
あー、なるほ
the
どね。
more the machinery clogged up and stopped working.
あ
Like most, there are sure to be more tracks around here. Maybe by the shore.
岸沿いとかはどうだ？チェスちゃうわ、オセロか。えらいこれ本出してるけど、これ読書好きかな。少し気が合いそうやな。あれか。勝手に動いてる。なんかキモい。あ、
Toxanol's mining led to mass deforestation and increased global warming, as nature couldn't absorb the carbon dioxide and greenhouse gas emissions without the trees. These irreversible changes to the climate also contributed to the evolution and modified our genetic code.
トクサール社は本当にもうなんか好き勝手だけしてとか言ったやな。おった。何それ、尻尾？
Wuz isn't easy on the tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days. Says it's good to see you again. He's Wiz. You might remember him from the old days when
オ
he
クト
let
ポ
you
ット
try
の
his
試乗をさせてや
octopod.
ったそうだ。そんなんさせてもらったっけ？
Wiz remembers you were such a cheery kid, and he's glad to see that light hasn't faded from you, despite the years. But Wiz understands it was a long time ago, and memories get murkier
記憶は
the
薄れる
deeper
も
you
のだ。
go. But says it helps to have friends with you to plumb those depths.
ルパルパンについては結構知ってるからな。自分の子供時代の話を聞きたい。
It was a tragedy, but also sad that you chose to leave. It's a miracle you made it on the outside on your own. That land is
大変だっ
harsh,
た
they
んだよ、
say.
外の世界マジで。
Wiz says our memory keeps things for us, preserves them until we are ready to face
と
them
どめて
again.
おいてくれる。
He knows you've returned to face Looper Lupin, and that confrontation is as inevitable as the tides. He's not surprised that the loss of your family could plunge you into the depths forever. But you've always been able to rise like a bubble to the surface, no matter
かっ
what.
こいいこと言うね。
He knows that though the tides of history may push you in one direction, you can always lay your own course.
許すことにするよ。
Ultimately, it's your choice. You were the one to be wronged and have lived with the consequences. He believes in consequence as it's a direct result of action. Asks if you ever think about freedom and whether any of us really has it. Did you make the decisions that brought you here, or are you just a pawn of fate?
彼は自由について考えたことがあるのかと聞いている。本当に自由を手にした者などいるのか。君がここに来る決断は自分で下したものか、それとも運命が仕向けたものか。自分のことは自分で決める。運命は操作できない。いや、自分のことは自分で決めるよ。
Glad to hear that. He only wishes he was that sure about himself. Amazed the world is going to continue on, but happy to hear it. Still so many things to invent. Impressed that you fought so hard to keep the world spinning. Thinks you were smart to join with the Myriad. They have a rainbow of ways to approach any problem.
彼らは確かに多種多様だ。それなのに団結力がある。彼らは確かに多種多様だ。
Jim thinks that kind of diversity
多様
brings
性は
strength,
強みになるよ、ほんとね。
but that's not nearly as important as
多様
this.
性めっちゃ大事
Dat
だ
was
し
geen
ね。
mee, hè?
Wiz says that you should let the past dwell in the depths, but there's something else down there too, gnawing at the tree of life.
Mark
He's
Puff.
named it the Merc Puff.
Kadal il vanto aliak.
This is why he's tinker-tonkering with the octopod. But the lid got stuck, so he
Tug
needs a big
twister.
enough tug twister to open it up and let you a go-in.
Non antica urvaya unara.
He can't leave the surge station, so you must help him find a tug
メ
twister.
カスタジアムに
There's a
は
wound-up mecha fingro
Mecha
in the
fingro.
mecha stadium that still has one stuck on its back.
Me-
Find it, and you'll find the tug
メ
twister.
カフィングロも気になるし、タグツイスターも気になるんだけどな。メガフィングロって何？
Zum zum bath.
It's definitely made to lend a helping hand and do the heavy lifting. Toxinol records mention it as an
Automaton.
automaton made for moving bionucleus matter into storage areas.
はあ、なるほどね。オートマトンか。では一旦外に出ましょうか。行き先がどこになるんだ。ほう、ここか。ではファストトラベルで。うわ、久しぶりに川行きたいな。
Don't want to
Ooh,
point a
it's-
finger, but the mecha stadium is near.
でけえなお前。うわっつー。はい、当たってない。俺の攻撃も当たってない。うわい。やめなさい。俺の新たな武器いけー。やりな。パンネル。いけー。痛えだろ。痛え。痛え。やれー。おい。What？ ははははははは。いてー。ほれー。強えだろ。いやったー。強かったぜ。
This story needs a hero.
物語には英雄が必要。
That's shutting good.
ロックされてる。あ、上がれるね。メッシュプリム。ここが。ほい。ほい。ほい。ん？こうでしょ？白でしょ？あ、こうか。危ねえ。オープン。なんかあるでしょう。インペラーで、え、怖いんやけど。 何これ。
You need to loosen the bolts without unsettling it.
何これ。え、
That's too much distress.
ああごめん。え、どうなってる。あ、微妙に線があるわ。こうか。ふう、全然見えんかったわ、あのちっちゃい線が。
That's it. The tug twister's loose. Let's hope it turned the grabbing hand into a helping hand, too.
ほう、10まで内蔵してる。ほう、 L2 でね定めて R2 で打つ。
The light of day shows
あー、かっけえ、すげえ。おほほほ、すげえ。これ何。
You need to line up the switches so they match.
こうでこうでこう。
Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they
こう
match.
でしょ、こうでしょ、こうでしょ。 OK。
Good.
Good.
That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
キモ、歩き方がキモいんやけど。これさ、これさ、ファストトラベルしたらどうなんのかな。こいつちゃんと一緒に来てくれんのかな。なんかそこがめっちゃ心配やねんけど。やべえわこれ。これ潰れねえ。え、これでファストで一旦戻ってみようか。ファストで、ほい。いやー、すごい乗り物手に入れてもうたな。指先から出るのはかっこいいけど。いや、さっきの乗り物来てないけど大丈夫なのかな。あ、あるわ。内蔵可能なんか。内蔵とか自分で持つこと可能なんか。こっちで。よいしょ、お待たせー。やっほー。ダメ。
Invitar a Choshin.
He believed
Huh.
the tug twister would do the trick, but now
もっと
realizes
滑らかな
brute
ものが
force
必要だ。
won't do the trick. You need something slick.
力任せは大抵うまくいくものだ。自分の毛並みは滑らかだぞって。
Ne Antumpo Nicarabo.
Well, he means slick as in greasy, so you can lube the hinges of the lid. He can't
Oh,
argue
潤滑
against
に
the
使
fact
える
your
ほど。
fur's shiny.
Kanapan Katal Ilatun.
He says the lid should open if you
Grease
sprinkle
sprinkler.
grease it. Problem is, he's all out.
Ne Antumpo Nicarabo.
He knows his old friend Choo Choo always keeps his grease sprinklers well filled. He should have an extra that you
Choo Choo.
can borrow.
Palam Kachoy.
He stresses that you should come back as soon as you've retrieved the grease sprinkler. The Merc Puff is crunching bark by the minute.
チューチューって誰。
Gamuga.
Wiz heard he's currently stranded
彼は
at the
終
end of
点
the
で
line,
立ち往
so
生してい
it
るが、
should
レールを
be
走ってい
easier
る
to
時
track
より
him
は追
down
跡
now
しやすいだろ
compared
う。
to when he's running rails.
ほう。とめちゃめちゃ遠いやん。とりあえず向かうしかねえか。
You've reached the end of the line.
だ
Bet you
ね
can find
終
Choo Choo
点
here.
チューチュー。お、チューチュー。
Basata Kuntapa.
おひさではないか。
No Kasaba.
Choo Choo knew
Oh.
you would make it to him one day. All you had to do was follow the steel path. The rails might be getting rusty, but eventually they all converge on him.
まずあなたは誰？
Says the name is Choo Choo, and he likes to ride the
レールに
rails.
乗るのが好き。
Ganto pasa bata chuchuchu.
Says you
Choo-choo.
followed the rails to where you need to be, but tracks have switches in them too. The question is then, will you keep on the same track or look for a way to hit that switch?
Chuchuchu.
You seem like you're on the right track already. He just hopes you don't get sidetracked onto a
はん
darker
はんはんはん
path.
闇の道をたどることはない
Whichever
よう
way
に
you
というこ
go,
とです
he
ね。
wants you to know that the rails never steer you wrong. Stick to them, and they always bring you right to where you're meant to be.
Paramaru.
Wants to know if you've ever regretted taking one track in life instead of another.
は
If you could go back, would you switch tracks or keep chugging along the one you're on?
後悔はあるか。自分が歩む路線が正しい線路だ。後悔か。ルパルパンとはな、なんかこうもうちょっと会話ができたような気もするんだよな。でももう選んだ自分の道が正しい。
Goyaba.
Likes your sureness, the way you keep at it like a chug-chug with no way to reverse.
Da.
Seems like the world came out of its rut and is chugging toward higher ground again.
Mala.
Can't thank you enough for hitting the brakes and working to turn the world chug around.
Why?
But let's not get derailed.
Okazumo doshimikaba.
Says he's surprised to see anyone this far out, but sometimes the wrong train does take you to the right station.
Kamasapate pata.
As you can see, he didn't plan to make a stop here, but now that he had to, he's really happy to see you. He says his name is Choo Choo.
Chuchu.
He's been off track since the world started dying, but he's trained his mind to stay positive regardless of the situation.
いかなる状況でも前向きでいられるようになった。線路がつながっていない場所もある。自分の道は自分で作る。いまだにレールから離れることはある。
Chuchu.
Says sometimes life runs off the rails, but it's always better when they're good and greased.
確かに確かに。
He's convinced the tracks are like the paths our lives take, and you must deal with the outcome, even if you didn't lay them yourself. This time, though, he was sidetracked and needs a new wing nut to get
ウィ
back
ング
on
ナッ
track.
ト。
Gositaba.
Wing nuts are easy to find, as they're fitted on any in-front chugger-chugger out there. The challenge is taking them off, so he's happy you're here to do it for him.
挑戦してみようか。
Says he knew you would, like he knows the way the rails run.
ほう。遠いな。またまた遠いね。これいつも通るたびに思うんですけどね、このなんか紫のこの葉っぱあるじゃん。これがね、もうシソのふりかけにしか見えへんねんな。シソふりかけ好きやからかな。関係ないか。よいしょ。ここだな。
The wing nut chug tunnel. It
ウ
goes
ィン
on
グナット
forever.
シュッポッポトンネル。なんかおるぞ絶対これ。なんかいそうな気がする。え？下？いた。おら。やっとあっちゃう。うわたーやったー。おららららららら。はいやー。いって、はい。ほい、ほい、ほい。おー、わたー。はいやー。これマジでこれ1対1だとこの武器マジ強え。でウィングナットを行ける場所まで見つける。とりあえずこの辺漁ってみるか一回。なんかあるんじゃないのこれ。 モジュールつけとこか。
That dawn's a bit easier on the eyes.
よっ。ちゃうな。うん。お。エネルギーパック。ヘルスバックマジで大事やねんな。ないとマジすぐ死ぬからな。おお。何もちょっと近づけね近づけね。
Reach for those skulls.
いくぜ。いいんだな。俺だっていろんな技持ってんだぜ。あーだだだだだだだだ。
Your key is gone.
いやーたいやー。オッケー。まずは一人。はいはいはいはいはいはい。
Spin, swing, crack.
暑さなんて気にしてられっか。暑っ。おれ。オッケー。オッケー。マジで。うん。ではここだな。おるね。はいはいはいはいはい。おらあら。ごめんよ。おらははは。この武器マジ強い。ケー。ふう。かわいい。ショートスリーブシャツ。めっちゃ弱いな。17。まあ普通のシャツやもんな。よいしょ。ほい。ここか。あ、これか。ほい。これも開けて、オッケー。あ、ここについてたやつを取ったんか。よかったよかった。とりあえずじゃあ戻りましょうか。
Choo Choo says he knew you'd come through. If someone makes a stop at your station, it's for a good reason. But he understands no one gets their tracks greased for free. He'd be happy to part with his spare grease sprinkler. as
Thank
he
you.
believes it's
ありがとね。
a great fit for any of your business that needs to be unstuck. He keeps it safe in a box on the handcart in case of emergency.
どこにあんの？
It's on the cart. He wants to keep it close by. In general, you won't have much time to act in case of an emergency. Choo Choo says you should help yourself to the grease sprinkler. It's a versatile tool from the bygone, a last of its kind, so don't let it go to waste. He's convinced you'll put it to good use, as there are lots of stuckies out there that need greasing to open.
その必要はないよ。
Says there's no bet.
こやば
Choo Choo says he can't wait to get
も
out
う大
of
丈夫
this.
です。
Wouldn't
あり
be
がとね
surprised.
集中。これか。スプリンクラー。あはは、おお、なるほどね。では、
Dark time is coming. Just hold on
これで
until
チュー
the
チューに
door.
こうしたば
You shouldn't worry about smashing up the box. Choo Choo has no use for it now.
まさとくんとば
Choo Choo says he feels strongly about helping his next, just like you did for him.
来い
He's convinced there was a bigger reason you met. Sometimes the wrong train will take you to the right place.
まさとくんとば
He believes you've got what it takes to make a difference. He's witnessed it
そ
himself.
れを実際に自分の目で目撃したから運命を信じていた。
ばらまる
Says fate is like the rails. They lead in certain ways, and you can only fight that for so long if you want to get anywhere.
かまば
Choo Choo's thrilled you found the Ark. Just imagine how much faster than a chug that thing must be. And no rails needed.
どこへでも行けるよ。
ばらまる
Needs no rails, no roads, nothing
空
but
気だけ
air.
だ。
かど
The world's on the mend, so no need to leave it. But just think of all the places the Ark could take you.
バンバ中だ
Says he's happy to see the Ark in your hands. Knows you'll go great places with it and do some good.
こうさ
Wonders who you might call aboard the Ark with you.
So, what we have here is an
チュー
opportunity
チュ
to
ー、
help
君は
your
気に入ってるから
next.
座席を提供するよ。
Why? You don't need anyone else but yourself and me, of course, but I'm a part of you, so that doesn't count.
If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you
で
want
き
to
る
go
だけ一人でも
further,
多くの
go
人を乗せたい。
together. The only one we'd want to get away quickly from here
み
is
んな一緒だと怖く
darkness.
ないからね
But。you know you can't go on without me. Even if I'm bad company, I complete you.
I think we can finally agree on something. It is better to be alone than in bad company. But best of all is being good company yourself.
バンバ中だ
After spending a life on the rails, he's eager to ride the skies with you. Just let him pack his rollerboard and he'll roll aboard.
こうしたば
Choo Choo says he's ready to pack up and leave.
もう行くよ。
ラバド
Says you're well.
では、戻りましょうか。アークの登場者ももう決めれるもんね。で、クイズのところに持っていきましょう。ついでに彼も登場者に選んであげたいな。乗る気があったらやけど。
As long as karma exists,
Ui.
the
Oh,
Kanapan katal ila tuntun.
Wiz says that there's no plan to confront the Merkpuff until the octopod is properly armed.
何で武装すんの？
Boteveganan teflin verai.
He's happy to tell you that the cannon
Cannon.
he's been working on now just needs ammunition.
No dam.
He says his old friend Boom makes all things that go bang. There's a rumor that some of Boom's pyro sticks shot off and are out there roaming free.
Tavarimei.
You should keep an eye on the horizon for
Pyro stick
pyros.
はないが。
If you're fast, you have a shot at catching some of them before they
捕
go
まえられ
off.
るかもしれない。ブームについて教えてくれ。
He's a peculiar little fellow that's been fiddling with Splodies since he was a kidling. It runs in his blood.
爆破物は
Their
威力
family
が抜群
recipes
だ。
pack a punch.
ではまた戻れってことですね。お、ここだな。よいしょ。ほい。ほい。
That's a bang plant, where Toxanol used to make all sorts of splody things before it blew up in their faces.
どうやって入るんだ？ そこか。うん。いやー、ごめん、ちょっとそれ欲しいんだわ。あーだだだだだだ。オッケー。アイテムないかな。ないね。行こうか。マジでこれ熱いって絶対。足燃えてるやん。さらに無傷っていうのがすごいよな、ほんと。これか。
That looks like an unbanged pyro stick on the loose. Better catch it before it goes
なんか
off.
爆発したけど。あれをあれをキャッチしろって。おうおお、むずすぎる、むずすぎる。おお、いけた。え、これ何発出んのこれ。え、あ、終わった。びっくりするわ。こっから何発出んの。
It's all about destiny.
オッケー。
Yours, mine, the entire world's.
戻ります。ほい。はい。
Die Rampenbei einfach cool.
The pyro sticks will cause a bang, but targeting is on you. At least now you have a chance to hurt the merc
マ
buff
ーク
where
パ
it
フの弱点
counts.
に当ててダメージを与えるチャンスができた。どうやってダメージを与えるの？
N.
You should aim for the head.
頭を狙
That's
え。
the merc
はいはい。
buff's weak spot. Thinking doesn't seem
考
to be
え
his
ることが
strong
苦手
point.
らしい。脳筋ってことね。
Wiz has been working on another cannon, but instead of pyro sticks, it squirts guppos. Scaly distractions for anyone with an appetite disorder, and irresistible for the merc buff in particular.
N.
Seems the best way to find guppos is go talk to Gil. He has a natural sonar and knows where the guppos sub the surf.
Gamuga.
This means you'll have to go visit Gil at Burblebottom. Find Gil and he'll be able to tell you where to find the guppos.
それで気が散るの？
Gamujo Padaka.
Guppos are lively beings
Ho,
and
ho,
they're
ho, ho.
fast too. They're here, there and everywhere. Or at least they used to be.
ギル。めちゃめちゃ移動するな今日。
A brick-brack that's still standing. Now, that's a find.
ここか。そこにいるの？
This is Burblebottom, residence of Gil.
おお。ちょっと待ってね。そんなドブに手突っ込んで大丈夫？
Let's see.
オッケー。よいしょ。
Tayon Gardaway, Furishon.
Happy to finally get to meet you. He's seen a lot of things wash up on his miniature shore, but nothing as exciting as you.
水中が好きなの？
Fest and trip.
Says he loves the surf. He'd be in it all day and night if he could.
For Amy Taylor.
It must have been upstream only to get to this point in your histo future. But which way are you going now? With the flow or against?
Guanene Fay.
It's crazy hard to flipper against the surf, but you can't save the world if you let it sweep you away.
Iskolneder U.
Either way, it's a shame the surf has gotten so nasty.
Leverson.
Thinks life is like trying to ride a wave. You need to
Naminori
pick the right
Nideiru.
one, but you don't really know which one that is until you're on top of it. Better to ride a wave than let the perfect one pass you by.
波を操ることはできない。もし間違った波に乗って選んでしまったら、
Panguail Measure.
Seems to him that there's always another wave coming
あ
along.
あ確かに。
Panguail Measure.
Can't imagine how wonderful it's going to be to surf on gooless goo. The world is going to
ヘドロの
live.
ないヘドロ。
Panguail measure.
Can't thank you enough for fighting against the goo.
So worry.
Happy you ride alongside the myriad. They bring a real shine to everything they work with.
まさに光そのものだな。
Toodly way our furrow.
Says they shine so bright. They glitter on the waves.
Toodly way our furrow.
But none of that's nearly as important as enjoying the day, right?
Cymreigant of something.
He never drank from this pond because of the disgusting things done there.
Yes, sir.
飲めねえ
Even
だ
the
ろこれ。
fish stopped drinking here after the pollution made the surf mucked and the air blocked his gills.
Me howdy feta.
He figures the tree of life isn't drinking either. Or, well, that's not true. He said it does drink, as it has no other choice. It's a tree, but it's forced to drink poison.
生命の木が毒に侵されているの
Me
か？
howdy feta.
Claims the surf is poison now. Anything that drinks it becomes poison too, including the tree of life.
Fest and trip.
His friend Wiz needs guppos for one reason or
グッポがたくさん
another, and
必要。
Gil is ready to point you in the right direction.
そうそうそうそう。
Main
教えてグッポ。
But here, you're only going to find dead ones.
Oh.
He's pretty sure Wiz wants them alive. Well, at least the ones that aren't already rotting.
Fest and trip.
If you head in the right
Oh, oh, oh,
direction,
oh, oh.
you'll find a clean enough bit of surf to snag yourself some guppos. Then you can get them to Wiz for whatever he has in mind.
君のをもらうってのはどうだ？
If it mayor.
He doesn't have any guppos,
Ah,
and
持ってないん
Wiz
か。
is particular about the kind he needs.
じゃあ捕まえに行けっていうことですね。またえらい遠いね。そんな近くにおったんかい後ろにおったんかい。マジか。ウィズ、本当にここから出てないんだな。知ってたらこの後ろぐらい知ってそうやけどな。馬さん、おいで。おい。
Yippee-ki-yay!
あっこか。お、えらい遠いな、これ。どうしましょうか。ぐるっと回っていくしかねえな。お、すまんねえ、飛びますよ。おいおいおい、泣かないで。泣かんで泣かんで。すまんねえ、ちょっと通るよ。
This is Guppy
こ
Grotto.
こだな。
It's easy to lose track of time down here.
うわー、もうやめて。おい。ほう。え？水位を下げなければならないよね、これ。これか。ほ、おそうで、OK。あ、あれがグッポか。グッポ、あれはい飛べ飛べ飛べ。はいはい。あれおるおる。オッケー。お、あとあなただけなんだ。はい。
That paid off.
オッケー。これでおい赤い。
Finders keepers. Nothing simple. It's locked.
ここか。よいしょ。
It's a new day to you. Might as well enjoy it.
助かるヘルスバック。オッケー。え、こうで、お、いやーむずくねー。こうでしょ。後ろでいやーむずいむずいむずいむずいむずいむずい。これ一回もミスれねえなこれ。なんか毎回変わってない。こうでこうでこうで、むずいよ。これ下つながってる、いってるいってるで、ここがこうでしょ。こうでこうでオッケー。はあ、Thank you。むずっ。お、なにこれ。フリーフォールエリアに入って、ここでは移動操作が異なる。上昇するのは×、過去するのは悪い。×で、はい。オッケーオッケー。あ、いえー。お、いっぱいあるなヘルスバック。アイテムがいっぱいだ。お、あー弱いな。あれか。はい。またこれか。あ、ミスった。うわー、ミスったー。こうでしょ。白で黄色着てるで、こうこうこう、よーし。オッケー。え、これただ単に落ちたら危なかったなこれ。危な、ちょっとやめて。
It's
危
sweater.
ねえ。もうはい、戻ります。はあ、持ってきたよ。大変だったぜ。そんななんか瓶に入れたんでええの？
That seems to be enough guppos to provide the octopod with infinite ammunition.
Jim,
He's surprised the Merc Puff's been able to hold its breath all this time.
ドイツがマークパフや。こいつか。カメさんみたいな甲羅背負ってるな。
頑張って寝ろ。
It's just another proof of the evolutionary change caused by Toxanol's contamination.
Jim,
Being undersurf has meant the Merc Puff has been left alone to munch on the
根っこを
root
食べ
down
られ
there
ていたという。
undisturbed.
nen kanabang katal.
This means the northwest
Uh-huh.
route has suffered more damage than the others.
つまり時間切れか。
nen kanabang katal.
He's sure there's enough time to confront the Merc Puff, but he worries if the world has enough years left to last his lifetime, even if you stop the World Eaters.
おお、オクトポット登場中は通常の運転操作を使用する。敵からの攻撃もある。攻撃チャージするのはロケットを発射するのは R2。おお、あれか。オパフ。おらおら、いってやるなパフ。おらー、お前は罪を犯してる。やれー、俺のミサイル。ほらどうしたパフ、ミサイルでも食ってな。怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い。お前の餌はこれだ。やれー、せこいぞ。何何何あれ。お、クッポを放つ、クッポを放つ、クッポ放て。クッポ放ってる、クッポ放ってる、クッポ放ってるよ。クッポ放ってる、クッポ。いって、なんかめっちゃ痛いなこれ。おお、すごい量。あ、顔出したな。やれー、おらー、いってー。よらおら、どうや、痛えだろ。必ずかっこいい技勝ってんね。いやー、かっこいいその技。俺にも教えて。うおい、おれー、おらー。そのブレスはやめなさい。やめてー、危ない、やめてやめて。おらー、危ねえ。チャージアタック。お 前の餌はこれだっつってんだろ。いやマジで追尾ミサイル最高。おおアップねー。おらおらー。危ねえ。終わりだっつってんだろ。諦めな。天罰が下ったのだ。やっと4体すべて勝った。長かったね。これで生命の木は少しでも救われるはずだ。
That was the last of them. You've sealed the fate of the tribe and the tree. It's time for the end game. You have your destiny. Follow it all the way back to out of date. He never told anyone about what's
ま
next,
た誰かが
but
待ち
he's
受けてる。
sure it involves you. Just continue to stay true to yourself and respect others whatever happens. You've become their pride, the guiding light of
い
the
や
tribe.
僕だけじゃなくみんなの協力があったから
It's
だよ。
time to return to the tree one last time.
はい、ということで今回はここまででございます。いやーなんとかね最後のワールドイーターか、倒すことができてねよかったと思います。次は一旦ね、アウトオブデートのところまで戻って最後のボスが待ってるのかな、そいつを倒しに行きたいなと思います。じゃあね。